Good day everyone, and welcome to the Tier 2 Round 1 French Grand Prix. We're starting off today with a short qualifying session where the drivers will be able to set a time within an 18-minute time period. Let's jump on board with a few drivers. As Wizard is out on his outlap. We have a few drivers who are looking to make their mark in the first round after a very exciting preseason. We have the likes of Jack, FRS, we have the likes of Wizard, Captain Infinity, who are all qualifying very high up. I'm sure they're all very excited. We'll ride on board for a bit as Wizard starts his very first lap, hoping to leave a good mark, starting on the softs. France is known for a very high degradation rate, so it's interesting that he's starting on the softs, as the mediums might seem to be the better option, as a one-stop has seemed to be quicker, but who knows, maybe a safety car is inbound. Maybe that's part of the strategy. All these drivers would have done a lot of practice in the week in preparation for this. Brand new season, exciting standings to unfold, and the constructors too. As he comes down the back straight, entering the first chicane. Very good entry. Very good exit, not getting on the power a little too early. We'll catch back up with him soon. The conditions seem really good for qualifying right now, just outside of Marseille. Hopefully it'll be a dry race, but a wet race would not be frowned upon. Making things a little exciting for everyone, although the drivers might not be so excited. I'm just going to scroll through a few of the drivers to wait for everyone to start setting a lap. As Jay Williams sets a 1:31.2, lots of room for improvements, I'm sure. A few of the drivers have yet to leave the pits, and might not do for a while as there's a lot of traffic. We have our first driver to break the 130 mark, 1:29.7 by Andy Liu. I'm sure he'll be happy with that, a good banker, but surely some room for improvement later on. Maybe a faster lap on the mediums as a one-stop would be quite interesting, as most of the drivers have seemed to have gone out on softs. Jay Williams actually set a time on mediums, looking to make up some positions on some strategy. Sadistic for a Tier 1 driver with a 1:30.1. I'm sure he would also like to improve on that. Still very early, a few minutes into the qualifying. A lot of traffic on the track as the medium tire driver looks to make some improvements, or to set a lap I should say. Maybe looking to capitalize on some DRS from the Red Bull. Let's stay on board and see how this unfolds. He's backed off. The Force India has looked to set another lap. Shadow Moody. An ex-Tier 1 driver, looking to improve, looking to earn his spot back in Tier 1. I'm sure he wants to show that he deserves to be in a higher tier as he cuts the corner and definitely invalidates his lap there. As Williams 1987 with a good lap on the mediums, it seems so far, as none of the other medium drivers seem to be able to match him. He has a good well over 3-second cushion. The other Ferrari on his outlap, Wizard, qualifying well in pre-season. I'm sure he'll want to out-qualify his teammate, who is on provisional pole at the moment. He won't want to wear out his tyres too much and heat them up, as they're just going to increase his sliding and overheat his tyres. It's right on board. Apologies for the quiet commentary. I'm just trying to organize the link for some spectators. Feel free to follow Admin Racing League on YouTube, or subscribe on YouTube, follow them on Twitter, show your support. We have a good competitive Tier 2 and Tier 1 lineup. A few Tier 1 drivers in this tier just to reserve, as some of our drivers had some emergencies. It's going to be a very exciting race with a few people looking to make their mark and soon be in Tier 1 in the following season, if they are to make promotion. With 8 minutes to go, we have a few people who are looking to improve. Andy Liu on mediums, looking to improve on his soft tire. It's going to be very difficult unless he was sandbagging. It will be very interesting to see how this unfolds as he goes down the back straight in the DRS zone, maybe capitalizing on some slipstream from the car ahead. Apologies for some slow commentary. My first time, looking to enthrall you guys. Very good lap time set by everybody. A lot of yellow flags coming out as cars seem to want to back up and find some room to set a good lap time. Just over 2 minutes left of qualifying. We'll start to see a few cars come out and set their final lap times as they fight for that pole position. Jack has retired from the session. He seems to be happy with his lap time. See what tyre compound he's on. On a soft, starting a little bit further back than I believe he would want to. As a Rebel, the Rebel of Nivi leaving the pits, looking to improve on his provisional pole ahead of his teammate Bates, who's coming around the third sector on his out lap, looking to set a fast time, perhaps improve on his teammate's lap time, as your number one competitor is your teammate. So right on board with the Red Bull as he looks to improve. Good entry into the first sector, a little bit wide on the second. Bit of yellow flags behind him. As Sadistic and Big Ben looking to get a little close under the qualifying. 1 minute left. Start to see if anyone can start setting their laps. Sadistic King, Big Ben, Bait, all very quick drivers, all possible. Anyone could take pole at this point. Very competitive grid at the moment. Lots of room for improvement, but also a lot of traffic. Drivers will be looking to get out of the way and also to avoid anything that'll slow them down. As Killer J moves out of the Red Bull's way of Bait, coming around the third sector. Let's see where he comes out. A little bit slower at that corner, but I'm sure he won't be too upset as he enters the pits. Not even. AlphaTauri's getting out of the way. Lots of traffic as everyone seems to be pitting. Sadistic coming out. Could he take pole here? As he takes pole, the 129.3, very good from Sadistic. Very clean lap. I'm sure he had some traffic. I'm sure he wouldn't be too happy with his time, but can't be too upset with provisional pole. Let's hop on board. As anyone seems to be setting a time. Rosie yet to set a time in the Haas, coming around the third sector. Let's see where the Haas will come out. On mediums, looking to go long. Running out of fuel coming out of the last corner. It's the last thing you would want. Not able to set a time. Let's see. Wizard coming across and as he takes 9th. I believe everyone has set a time, so this will be the starting grid of the Grand Prix, the French Grand Prix, the first round of Tier 2. Sadistic taking pole with a very good lap time, beating Nivi in the Red Bull by 0.2 seconds, Andy Lou third in the Ferrari, Williams fourth in the Haas, Rizzle Sticks 91 fifth in the Racing Point, Big Ben in the Renault, followed by Bates in the Red Bull, looking to catch up to his teammates in second and possibly score some valuable points for Red Bull. Warrior Huntsman in the Mercedes, Wizard in the Ferrari in 9th, and to top of our top 10, Captain Infinity in the McLaren. Our entire top 10 have set their times on softs, with our only 2 drivers setting their times on mediums. This really would not affect them, as only the top 10 will need to race on the tyres they've set. Maybe Shadow, Moody, Jack, Killer J, Spy, Maka, Mishi and Rosie maybe looking to go long, maybe on the hards with a one stop, possibly early safety car to throw a spanner in the works. It's going to be a very exciting race, as a lot of these drivers have had a negative and positive pre-season and will definitely want to start off the season with a bang. Sadistic first, congratulations, well done. He'll be looking to carry that momentum into the race, as this is your leaderboard. Captain Infinity actually making 10th at the end, only 1.8 off the fastest lap. He'll be looking to be very competitive, starting on the mediums, possibly a one stop. If he can keep up some pace with these soft tires, he'll definitely make some inroads. The race will be starting soon. It's very exciting for everyone. I'm sure the drivers will be buzzing, nervous, but let's hope there's not too much carnage in the first corner. No need for a safety car. Let's get ready for the grid. Very interesting qualifying. Sadistic winning preseason in Canada. He's definitely going to carry this momentum. As the lights go out, 5 red lights, and away we go. Sadistic with a good start. The Red Bull nearby. He gets away very well. The Red Bull in. Everyone seems to be going well. Let's see if there's any chaos into the first corner. Seems to be a very clean start from everyone. No carnage so far. Very clean from our tier 2. A few overtakes. Coming around from a little bit of the midfield. Cars running wide. 3 wide into the corner. Getting pushed wide by the Red Bull, the AlphaTauri. Sadistic already pulling 0.8. He'd be very happy with that start. Jack right on the Red Bull. Maybe looking to make a move. He gets into position and he makes it stick. Very good overtake. Overtakes from the back too. Both AlphaTauris making inroads right at the beginning. Rosie with an incredible start from the back in 7th. This is fantastic from the Haas driver. The Red Bull perhaps make a move. Big Ben looking to make that podium. I'm sure he'll be hungry right on that horse. A little bit of a gap starting to form in the midfield, with Rosie falling about a second behind Jack. Still very early though, still the first lap. Sadistic already out of DRS zone. He'll be very happy with that start. With the fastest lap, of course. Fastest car around. Let's see if we can hop on board with any action here. Navi right on the back of 2nd place. Let's see if we can get on board here as the two guys, as Big Ben goes side by side. The Red Bull pushing. There's still no DRS at this early stage, but all the drivers will be looking to stay within that DRS zone. Big Ben cutting the corner, losing to Andy Liu in the Ferrari. Andy Liu now in podium contention. A few drivers making little mistakes expected from the early drivers, as the cars are very heavy with fuel. 3-second time penalty from Killer J, not what he wants on the second lap of the race. I'm sure he'll be wanting to make up for that lost time. Warrior Huntsman in the Mercedes looking to get out of that 10th position as a with a very good overtake of the Racing Point. Racing Point caught sleeping. Warrior Huntsman making some good inroads here. Now on the back of the Red Bull as he hunts him down. Captain Infinity, the McLaren, losing that top 10 position. I'm sure he will not be happy. Sadistic. Williams with the fastest lap, looking to catch the Sadistic, who almost has a 2-second lead. Perfect start for him. The Haas wanting to get into that DRS zone. A few overtakes down below, down the grid order. Lots of action from the AlphaTauri drivers. Very close pack. Not a lot of gaps forming as Wizard looks to hunt down the AlphaTauri. DRS should be active. Let's go on board as the Ferrari has DRS activated. Coming right up on the AlphaTauri, making a lot of space, making up a lot of time. Very clean. AlphaTauri running a little wide. Oh, a little bit of wheel spin that's going to compromise his exit. We'll keep tabs on that. The McLaren with a lot of traffic in front of him, looking to make another move on the Racing Point. Racing Point copying the move that Warrior Huntsman made previous. A little bit of payback from the Racing Point. Very tight for top 10 as the McLaren looks to go around the outside. Warrior Huntsman looking to fight back as they switch, going back onto the main straight. DRS open, carrying a lot of speed. Will he be able to make it stick? Running a little bit of wide, it's going to compromise his exit on turn 2. Captain Infinity looking to capitalize. Not close enough. A lot of drivers getting 3-second time penalties, making a little bit of mistakes at the beginning. It's not what you want at the beginning of your race, as the Renault chases down the Ferrari and Red Bull of Big Ben. Right up on the back of that Ferrari. A DRS train is soon to form. All these drivers looking to make some gaps, as that DRS zone is going to be a pain in their side for the rest of the race. A very quick race around France. Only a few overtaking maneuvers. Very smooth, very clean line. Will look to make up a lot of time. Rosie with making up 10 positions in the first 4 laps. Very impressive. Jack making up 6 positions himself into 6th place. These are some very good points. Very good start with the Racing Point of Rizzle Sticks. The Ferrari of Wizard losing a lot of positions. Not what they want. Wizard falling out of the points as he pits. Very interesting. What will he go onto? Onto the mediums. The softs perhaps not lasting as long as they had hoped for, as he'll be looking to make a 2-stop, as I don't believe a medium will make it to the end, but who knows. Safety car has not made an appearance. The Haas making inroads on the Williams as he's now within DRS zone, only half a second behind. Let's go on board. Very impressive drive. Perhaps, I don't know if Sadistic maybe made an error. But we'll monitor this, as the race for the lead seems to be a two-way race. Apologies. As Nivi dropping back. Still a lot of time with the Ferrari and Renault right on his gearbox. A lot of gaps starting to form as Jack seems to have a lot of space in front and behind him. As we have our first front runners pitting, the Red Bull of Bait and Big Ben. Let's see what compounds they go on. Definitely the mediums. Big Ben going on softs again, looking to make up a lot of time and use his mediums right at the end, perhaps. Very interesting strategy. Rosie making up 11 positions on medium tires. This is very, very interesting. Very good pace right at the beginning. They'll be very happy with that. Overtake, let's go on board. As the Haas is in DRS zone of Jack. And should make the move right before the corner. Beautiful. That is the benefit of the DRS. In some good pace, very good exit, very impressive from this Haas. Next up is the Ferrari of Andy Liu. Jack fighting back, very impressive. Things are seeming to heat up. The soft tires perhaps losing a lot of pace. Jack going around the tight section in overtake. Cutting the corner a little bit, getting a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, getting a little bit of wheel spin out of the corner. The soft tires seem to really be losing time as he pits. Definitely, as most of our front runners, Sadistic going a little bit longer, maybe looking for the overcut on the softs. Maybe not struggling on those. Maybe not struggling on the tires as much as everyone else. We'll monitor it. Rosie now up 15 positions on lap 7, and Killer J right behind the Haas, making up 15 and 10 positions. Very impressive on the medium compound. They'll be looking to make up a lot of time right at the end. A lot of speed on the softs. A lot of gaps starting to form. The Red Bull seems to have lost a lot of time on the Renault. Don't know what has happened there. Big Ben in DRS zone, getting a purple first sector on the back of the Haas. Very tight action, very exciting from our tier 2. Very good first round, as there seems to be a lot of action towards the back. Mercedes right on the gearbox of the Red Bull, looking to make a move, a late move. Will he make it stick? Very tight, they don't make any contact. Very clean overtaking from these drivers. Ooh, very rough exit for the Red Bull. Mercedes having to go a little bit off the track to make that. Warrior Huntsman, Bates looking to get back into the point position. Sadistic now in the pits. Let's see what tire compound he gets onto. Going on to the mediums seems to be the strategy. I don't know if those mediums will make it to the end. Very exciting, as Rosie is now in first place. Very exciting. Hopefully they can keep up their pace. Looking to go long. Definitely could be in a shout for a win. 13 seconds behind the next driver of Shadow Moody, who's also on mediums, but he has the fresh soft compound tire drivers who have just pitted right on his rear end. They'll be on Big Ben on fresh softs. Williams in the Haas on fresh mediums. He should be a very easy overtake on Shadow Moody. DRS open for the Big Ben. Don't believe Racing Point will fight it too much. He seems... Big Ben picking up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, not what he wants. As the Haas runs a little bit wide. Very good point position for the Haas right at the beginning of the race. They'll be looking to keep this throughout the race. Very tight for second place here, as Rosie is maintaining that 14-second lead at the moment. We'll monitor that, see if Big Ben can make any inroads on that. Andy Liu and Ferrari right on the back of the McLaren. Good to see a McLaren in the points. Spuzu, Spy Zizo qualifying outside. A very easy overtake for the Ferrari, not a good exit for that McLaren. DRS open. Nivi, the new fastest lap of the race in the Red Bull with a 133.9. Very good pace. He'll be wanting to get into the DRS zone of the racing point, carry it down that straight and make up a lot of time. Sadistic only losing a few positions in the DRS zone 2 in the Williams. Very interesting from these drivers. A lot of action, lot to cover. Only a few drivers yet to make a stop. Let's see what everyone's going on. Captain Infinity looking to go long on the hards, as well as the Renault of Maka. Very interesting strategy. Different strategies all over the grid. Warrior Huntsman also picking up a lot of... It's going to be very interesting to see how this unfolds at the end with all these penalties. Red Bull up the inside of the Mercedes, as Bate gets himself into the point scoring position. Very tight at the front. Let's go on board with the Williams. Let's see how this first sector unfolds, as these drivers are very, very, very close. DRS open, overtake. A lot of overtake already being used by the Williams, as he gets the fastest lap of 133.7. As the Haas runs a little bit wide into turn 1, compromising his exit on turn 2. Will Sadistic have the inside line for the next corner? Thinks better of it and backs out. Shadow Moody falling into the clutches of the rest of the grid, losing a lot of time. He'll not be happy with the start. Perhaps looking for the one stop to make up some time. Sadistic in the DRS zone. Overtake. Not able to make it into this corner. Let's see if he can get a good exit into the next. As the Red Bull gets pushed wide by the Red Bull. As the Ferrari gets pushed by the Red Bull. Apologies. Very close driving. Very competitive. With the racing point of Shadow Moody looking to make up some time. Perhaps staying in the DRS zone. Backing off a little bit. Losing a lot of time. I wonder if he has an issue. Perhaps a damaged wing. Not what he wants. Sadistic losing a little time from the drivers in front. He's very capable of making up this time. Big Ben not making the time that he would want on the softs. He seems to be losing a lot of time, as the medium compound seems to be the more competitive tyre. So right on board of Sadistic, who has a much better view of the action. Front row seat for him. Looking to capitalize on any mistakes made by these two drivers, as this might be for the first position. But do not count out Rosie, who has incredible pace, making up 16 positions in the first 11 laps. Very, very impressive from the driver. Jack already out of the race. Not the start he would have wanted to the season. Very competitive driver. I know he'll be wanting to capitalize on the next race. These two drivers very, very close. Hopefully we can get some clean racing from these two, as more penalties coming out from exceeding track limits. Not what any of these drivers want. We'll stay on board, as this seems to be the closest action at the moment. Very, very good. Very good start from all these drivers, already making their pit stops. Let's see what all their ERS is looking like. All very similar ERS. None of them looking to use too much. Back into another DRS zone. Let's see if they can make any moves. Sadistic, hungry to make up these positions and get ahead of the Haas. Very interesting turn one. No moves made at the moment. As we drop down so a little bit further back, a lot of drivers within a second. Very interesting. A lot of DRS trains might start to form, making it very difficult to catch up. As we go on board with the Williams, we'll be looking to perhaps make a move on this lap. Not wanting to wheel spin out of this corner, as it will compromise your whole run down the straight into sector 3. The last thing you would want. Racing Points now perhaps looking to do a multi-21, save some time, as a McLaren seems to have made a mistake. Perhaps spinning, not what he wants. Will he be able to make position? As Warrior Huntsman right behind the Red Bull, will he be looking to make another move? No, he does not. The Racing Points don't seem to have any team orders. Rosie now in the pits. Let's see what they go on to. The Hards going for a one stop. This is very, very quick strategy. Some good pace. Keep your eyes out for this Haas driver. And the number 69 car. All drivers making their stop. Shadow Moody now on 11 laps on those mediums. Warrior Huntsman making his move on the Red Bull. Very clean overtake into the first corner. Shadow Moody now also in the pits, as that McLaren perhaps getting some damage. Let's quickly hop onto Sadistic, who is now past Big Ben, who on this down the back straight in the DRS. As Sadistic looks to cut wide and cut in, get a better exit, and perhaps make a move for first position with a much better run. Very impressive from these drivers. But don't rule out this Haas driver, Williams, as he'll be looking to quickly snatch that position back, perhaps save some fuel. A lot of ERS ready to capitalize. Big Ben, definitely not what he wants on the softs, losing a lot of time. As he pits, perhaps wanting to go long, perhaps on the hards. Definitely make up some time right here. Let's drop back. Let's drop back to Bait and Warrior Huntsman. Very interesting action from the Mercedes and the Red Bull, similar to the Mercedes and Red Bull in real life, of perhaps Bottas and Verstappen. Warrior Huntsman running wide, looking to get a better exit, as he does. Red Bull perhaps dropping back. Nivi making a pit stop too on the mediums. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Mediums not seem to be lasting that much longer either. Killer J on another set of mediums himself. A lot of space starting to open up from the drivers. Only a little bit of action. See if we can monitor this. Rosie, after the pit stops, 12 positions made up, only 2 seconds behind the next position of the Racing Point. Very, very slow start for the Red Bull of Nivi. Well, actually it's pit stops. Losing 9 positions, I'm sure they'll make that up. As we have just passed halfway of the Grand Prix. Very interesting start, with some gaps opening up after the pit stops. Very interesting line from Captain Infinity, running a little bit narrow, but able to make up some time. through the next few corners. Let's run on board with this Red Bull again of Bate, who seems to have lost a little bit of time from the Mercedes. Not what he wants. Running a little bit narrow, but he will be on that DRS zone, making up all that time. Andy Liu in the Ferrari now pitting with compound of tyre on the mediums. Mediums looking to go till the end perhaps. Very interesting. Captain Infinity on the hards. 8-lap old hards. Definitely going to the end. Very interesting to see how that will play out. These hard compound drivers in the top 10 will be looking for some very, very good points towards the end, as these medium set drivers might be pitting again. Definitely still a 2-horse race up at the front between Sadistic and Williams, 1987. Still in that DRS zone. He has saved a lot of ERS, perhaps waiting to pounce, as Sadistic is perhaps using his overtake to defend. Very interesting. Let's stay on board with these drivers and see how it unfolds. Not a lot of overtake being used. Very, very intelligent driving from the Haas, using that DRS to maintain the gap. Just to go through the order, we have Sadistic in first with just under a second lead. Williams in the Haas in second. Rizzlesticks falling behind in the Haas, in the Racing Point, about 12 seconds. Rosie in the Haas. Haas looking to make some good points. That hard compound is going to be very interesting towards the end. Don't believe Rosie has any penalties either. Definitely for a shout for the win. Warrior Huntsman in the Mercedes. A lot of action fighting off the Red Bull of Bate, who was right behind in DRS zone. Also on the mediums. McLaren starting outside of the points, now in 7th position on the hards, looking to make some points for McLaren. Very, very good start from him. Big Ben, who went twice on the softs, now on mediums, looking to make up for all that lost time. He'll be kicking himself, as he was right up there in the front, fighting for position. He'll be dreading that tyre switch, unless he can make these mediums go to the end and perhaps catch up to those front two. Andy Liu in the Ferrari, the only Ferrari in the points at the moment. Not what the 2-force he would want. And with the second Red Bull of Nivi in 10th place, picking up another 3-second time penalty. A lot of time penalties coming from these drivers, a lot of mistakes. Not what you want in your first race, but a lot of race left, a lot of time to make up, a lot of action still to happen. Shadow Moody with a lot of time lost. Warrior Huntsman is actually Bate has actually gone into the pits for his second set of medium tires. He will be looking to go to the end on this compound. A little bit of a slow stop there. Not sure what happened, with a few drivers making up positions. The McLaren right on the back of Big Ben in that DRS zone. He'll be making up a lot of time on that hard compound. Not a fight that the Renault will want. As Williams has Sadistic and Williams have taken their first back mark, their second back marker. Hopefully not getting in the way, as these cars are ghosted. Big Ben with another time penalty, as he looks to make a move on Warrior Huntsman. Around the outside, will he make it stick? Ooh, lots of grip on that outside. Very good line, beautiful overtake. Beautiful round of applause for this Renault. What an overtake. But I'm sure all that grip would have done him a lot of benefit, as the Mercedes of Warrior Huntsman, 11-lap old mediums. He'll be looking to pit, as he does indeed pit. We'll see where he comes out in response to Bates, who might have undercut depending on the pace. Rosie now right on the back of third place. This is some brilliant pace from the Haas as they look. It's right on board. This is some great pace on the hards. Yellow flags in sector 2 with the Renault Renault actually DNFing, retiring from the race. That's very interesting. Perhaps a virtual safety car. Rosie has the run. Yellow sector won't be able to make an overtake into this corner. Very unfortunate timing for the Haas driver. With a little bit of action right behind. Some back markers. Rosie right up on the gearbox of Rizzle Sticks in the racing point. Running a little bit wider, much better exit for the racing point. Very similar ERS. Let's see if Rosie can make up these positions. Rizzle Sticks are not hitting. Rosie will be going to the end on these tires with some outstanding pace. Definitely contention for the podium and maybe even a win. Very exciting drive for Rosie. They'll be very, very happy. As well as Haas with a second and fourth position provisionally. Some great points for the constructors, as we only have 2 retirements of the race so far and some outstanding racing. The grid seems to have spread out into 2s, as everyone seems to have their couple. Rosie 0.8 behind Rizzle Sticks. Let's see how much time they make up. Only about 2/10 going into the first corner. With eight laps to go. The Haas of Williams right on the back of Sadistic. It's going to be a very interesting race towards the end, barring any penalties that might throw everything into whack. Yellow sector 1. Williams has actually no. Has Sadistic gone into the pits? Yes, he has indeed gone into the pits. This is going to open the race up for Rosie, as Sadistic might lose that position. Yes, with a few of the medium drivers looking to pit. The harsh driver on the hards coming onto the main start will be chased by these drivers going onto the softs. Very, very interesting. Perhaps looking for the fastest lap to get that extra bonus point. Big Ben has actually undercut the Williams on the mediums. Actually, very good strategy. We'll see how long those mediums last. They're already 6 laps old. See if he can hold back that Williams, who has come out in traffic behind the McLaren, who has made up outstanding positions on his hards. Very good race. McLaren's having a very rough qualifying session. Some very intelligent driving all round on these drivers, especially in the first race. A lot of practice has gone into, a lot of strategy. As Sadistic looks to quickly make those overtakes, as he has a lot of time to make up, as he does cleanly around the hard tire McLaren. Andy Liu looking to capitalize. Will they make a move into this very quick right-hander in sector 3? Look up the inside and they make it stick. Very, very beautiful overtake. Rosie on the hards, now going to become your race leader, as the teammate harsh driver of Williams now pitting also on the softs. Will Sadistic definitely going to undercut the harsh driver kicking himself for losing all that time. Quickly, Sadistic making up a lot of time on the softs, quickly catching up to Ben, who has made up for that earlier error, or that earlier lost up time, should I say. Very intelligent driving from all these front runners. Rosie, not sure if they'll be able to fight off Sadistic, who seems to be right on the back of the Renault. Let's go on board. The purple sector 1 for the Williams driver. This should be a very easy overtake as he is on brand new softs. Very, very clean overtake. Don't think Ben can do much about that. No DRS for him. Williams 2 seconds behind Sadistic, losing a lot of time. A lot of time lost in these pits. The undercut seems to be very, very strong. The soft tire compound seems to be very, very, very quick. However, they do die out very quickly. McLaren right on the back of the Ferrari Andy Liu. 14 lap old tires. He'll be wanting to keep as many points as he can, as I don't see him having the grip on the medium compound at this point in the race. McLaren has a gap to Nivi behind. Very interesting race. It's going to be see how this race turns out with all these penalties. It's going to be very, very interesting. Warrior Huntsman on the back of a back marker, he'll benefit for some DRS. Shadow Moody in the pits, not the race he would have wanted, losing a lot of time on that first stint as he falls out of the points. But we have seen these soft tires be very rapid. Let's see if he can make up some time. Rizzle sticks in 8th position, picking up another penalty of the race. As Williams now on the back of Big Ben. Sadistic not making up he's out of DRS zone. He'll be happy with that. He already made up half the time onto Rosie. Rosie will be wanting to fight off those soft tires for as long as they can, hoping they die out. Sadistic will be wanting to make this move early and perhaps pull away and get out of that DRS zone. Very interesting race from everyone. Let's stay on board of the Haas as they look to fight for this podium position. Let's go on board. Ooh, the Renault running very wide, a much better exit, but opening up the door. Those soft tires have too much grip for that Renault. As Williams gets back into the podium position, he will be wanting to hunt down his teammate Rosie, who is only just over 3.5 seconds up the field. Rizzle sticks behind the Renault in DRS zone, looking to make up a few more positions as we come to the closing end of the race. Let's go on board with these front runners. Purple sector for the Haas. On those brand new softs, he'll be looking to hunt down Sadistic, who has hunted down Rosie in the Haas, who has made an outstanding race on that one-stop strategy. I don't believe that the Haas will be able to fight out the Williams because of the tire compound, but anything can happen. Mistakes can be made. As Rizzle sticks right up on the back of the Red Bull, looking to go on the outside. Not a lot of space as the Red Bull closes the door. Let's see if this Racing Point can make up any moves on the fresh softs. Up the inside, very easy to understeer into the car, making it stick. Very, very clean overtake. Well done. He'll be looking to keep that position. Sadistic right up on the back of Rosie. Not yet to make a mistake, not yet to make up the position. Perhaps some team strategy as the Haas is backing up the Williams into their teammate, who is right behind these two, almost in DRS zone. This is some brilliant strategy, some Great teamwork from these two, looking to capitalize on as many points as they can. Sadistic will not be happy as he goes up the inside of the Haas. Very, very clean overtake as Wizard has retired in the pits. He's retired in the pits. Not the race that Ferrari would have wanted, as Andy Liu in 5th position, making that strategy work. Brilliant. Don't believe Rosie will put up too much of a fight to their teammate. Perhaps a multi-21 inbound here. Shadow Moody joining us again. Sadistic running very, very wide. Not what he wanted. A dive up the inside. A little bit of contact. Nothing too dirty. Compromising the line. Yeah, the Haas has let their teammate go. Very intelligent driving. Jay Williams carrying a lot more speed into that corner. Not what he wanted. Running wide. Rosie running wide. Does maybe perhaps feeling some tire wear on those hards, looking to claim that podium. Let's go on board with Williams right on the back of Sadistic in that DRS, so making up a lot of time. This is some great racing with only 3 laps left in the DRS zone. Let's see if he can make a move stick. All of this chaos. Williams up the inside, will he make it stick? Up the inside, a little bit of contact, Sadistic. Perhaps cutting the corner, not sure what happened there. A little bit of contact, not too dirty though, both drivers doing well as Big Ben has now closed up on the back of Rosie. This is not what the Haas would have wanted. Rosie picking up another time penalty. Oh, their first time penalty, I believe. Big Ben right up on the back, looking for that podium position, running very wide, pushing the limits. Very, very close battle between first and second and third and fourth. This podium positions are getting very, very tasty as we have drivers coming up on lap 26. Not much time left to make a move. Big Ben losing a little bit of time to the Haas. Much better exit. Let's run on board with this Haas of Jay Williams as he looks to make another move down the first straight of Sector 2. He will have DRS, plenty of ERS to use. Will he use it now? He does decide to use his ERS now. Perhaps go for a late dive bomb. I don't believe he's close enough right now. No, he is not. Using that DRS to make up some lost time. Sadistic also with plenty of ERS to defend. Using it wisely. Big Ben right up on the back of Rosie, also capitalizing on some DRS as he completes all his DRS, looking up the inside of the Haas. Will he make it stick? A little bit of understeer. Very, very tight driving, very, very clean driving, very competitive. Running the Haas a little bit wide perhaps. The Haas perhaps wanting to fight for this podium. Don't believe Rosie has the tire grip to fight this off. Big Ben perhaps losing some tire grip himself as he is on 12 lap old mediums. A little bit of wheel spin from the Haas driver. In DRS zone. Let's jump on back with our race leader as he looks to defend from the Haas of Williams. He will be in the DRS. Some exciting driving first and second and third and fourth respectively. This is going to be a very exciting on the last lap. It's now or never for this Haas driver. Plenty of ERS as he opens all of it up. DRS open. Will he be able to make a late move? Sadistic moves over to defend. Side by side, a little bit of late move. Not close enough. Sadistic closing the door shut little bit of wheel spin from that horse. Perhaps a later move. Big Ben has defended from Rosie. Rosie running out of fuel, running out of ERS, fighting to the end. Some brilliant driving all round from these drivers. Very, very clean. Let's go on board with our race leader with only a few more corners of sector 3. Getting a fuel warning, perhaps running out of fuel. A little bit of fuel management needed. As he comes around the last corner, a brilliant drive from Sadistic, using all that ERS. And our race winner, Sadistic King B. Congratulations from the Williams, claiming full points with the horse right behind him. Rosie stealing the podium position from Ben on penalties, I believe. A great drive from that horse driver. Big Ben fourth, perhaps kicking himself a little bit of lost time, a little bit of penalties and mistakes, but a very good finish for the Renault. Andy Liu in fifth in Ferrari, Captain Infinity in the McLaren sixth, Red Bull of Nivi 7th, Rizzlesticks 8th, Warrior Huntsman 9th, and finishing the top 10, Bait Red Bull with some good points for Red Bull. Captain Infinity going 21 laps on those hards, making up a lot of time lost in qualifying. Brilliant drive from him. Rosie, how many positions? Making up 14 positions throughout the race. Brilliant drive of the day for me. Up in the commentary box. Sadistic taking a maximum points with a 131.8 fastest lap, pole position, and the race win. Perfect race for him. He will be ecstatic with that one. Some great racing right to the end. Let's have a look at these penalties so we can get a full situation of the race. Rosie taking drive of the day. I have to agree with Codemasters. Congratulations to them. The Williams in a bit of a horse sandwich on the podium. Congratulations, Sadistic. Great driving, great defending, great management. Great, brilliant start of the race in Tier 2 here in ARL, the Admin Racing League. A lot of drivers looking to perhaps improve. Sadistic not getting any penalties. A perfect race weekend for him. Williams in the horse picking up a few penalties. Rosie picking up a couple penalties themselves. Both horse picking up a couple penalties. 12-second penalty for Big Ben in the Renault. But some brilliant driving from the Scotsman, the Welshman, and the Englishman or Englishwoman. It's been a fantastic race. I hope you've enjoyed the driving, the commentary, as well as looking forward to round 2, because I know I am. Brilliant race. Congratulations to all the drivers, and good luck for the next one. Thank you.